Hi, everyone. It's Alicia again. And this week I'm joined by Barry over at PreemploymentDirectory.com. Barry, how are you doing?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you for asking, Alicia.
Of course. So in our previous videos, you have addressed the need to identify sensitive jobs as part of the implementation of a continuous screening program. So now I want to just kind of dive in a little bit deeper for you to say more about the sensitive jobs and why this is such an important part in developing a continuous screening program.
Absolutely. First, I want to kind of cover the overall process so that those that have just joined us for this one know what it is. We start out by developing a background screening policy. Then we develop sensitive jobs. Then we help you align with your employee monitoring policies, and then align with your employee investigation policies, and finally have a communication strategy. So let's talk about sensitive jobs. Sensitive jobs are those jobs that have liability or risk associated with them. For example, if you have a senior level manager that has a lot of responsibility for managing money, then that's a potential liability or risk to the organization. So we want to make sure that we identify those. Some of the key areas to look at: does the person deal directly with the public? Does the person have to go into people's homes, which increases the risk? So social workers or those type of jobs. Does the person have contact with vulnerable populations, people who are disabled, elderly people, deal with children? Those would be sensitive jobs. Person that has wide access to sensitive information, people in human resources, perhaps people in security, maybe people in information technology that have wide access to information about the business as well as individuals. And people that have broad access to your premises. This one is oftentimes overlooked. So a janitor that has a master key to every office would be a sensitive job. And you need to make sure that you are doing the appropriate level of background screening to match that risk. People who have obviously responsibility for managing cash or can sign for significant amounts of money, and you need to match your screening to that. And of course, positions that yield considerable influence over the business of the organization, can commit financial resources, or can commit the business to doing certain activities. Those would be sensitive jobs as well. And so it's very important to go through this process to help you identify which are the most sensitive jobs and then match the level of screening to the sensitivity or risk level of the job. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight about what sensitive jobs are and why it's important to build that into your background screening process and your hiring process. And then I want to share with you a key resource, which is our Employer's Guide to Implementing a Continuous Screening Program, which will help walk you through the process of the things you need to consider as you implement your program. Feel free to reach out to us at PreemploymentDirectory.com. Thank you.
All right, very well. Thank you for telling us a little bit more about that. As you stated, it's very important to make sure that you're identifying those sensitive jobs and how they tie into your background screening program. So as Barry said, you can get in contact with him by either giving him a call or explore a little bit more at PreemploymentDirectory.com.